February 16th will, of course, be the rematch between Adrian Curiel and Nontshinga. Of course, the first fight took place on the undercard of Cordina Vasquez. And considering it is Curiel versus Nontshinga, you can clearly tell who won. It was Curiel. And how did he win? He beat the undefeated champion, seen as one of the best light flyweights at the time. Obviously not the best because, this guy exists. But he knocked him out in 2 rounds. Out cold. I mean, not out cold like this dude was out for like a couple minutes. No, this dude got up after a while, but after the 10 count. But he knocked him out. How he did it? Well, it might be surprising when you look at his record. And I think that might have been why Nontshinga lost. But of course, the challenger looking to reclaim his belt, Nontshinga, aka the special one, 12-1 with 9 knockouts. Pretty good knockout ratio. Of course, that one loss, of course, is to Adrian Curiel. Of course, you look at his record, pretty good record. All I'm saying, undefeated fighter. I did watch the fight where he fought Flores. Very, very tough fight, but he won it. 19-1, 20-3. All I'm saying is they look pretty decent. The records, especially the more recent ones, definitely good records. And then Adrian Curiel came out of nowhere and knocked him out in 2 rounds, which you may be saying, what's surprising about that? His record is 24-4 with 1 draw with 5 knockouts. That's right. This dude only had 4 knockouts out of his 23 wins when he faced Nontshinga and knocked him out in the 2nd round. How does that make sense? I have no idea. Does Nontshinga have a glass jaw? We'll talk about that later. But of course, when you look at his losses, you still get even more confused. His first loss was to a 16-1 fighter after coming off of a win to a 2-3 fighter. Makes sense. He jumped up too much, lost, whatever. He later lost a majority decision to a 2-2 fighter. Yeah, I don't know about that. And then he lost unanimous decision to an 11-0 fighter. And then lost again to an 11-1 fighter. Basically, anytime he stepped up to someone with more than 10 wins and less than 4 losses, he ended up losing. Except Oscar Plata, 13-3, majority decision win. But of course, before the fight, or before they actually fought, the whole introductions are like, oh yeah, Adrian Curiel was fighting actually a flyweight, but when he moved down to light flyweight a couple times, he felt more powerful. He felt like this was his weight class. And of course it was because, he knocked out Nontshinga in the 2nd round. You wonder why I keep saying that? He knocked him out cold. I looked at the fight and I thought, why did they stop it? He looked good. He looked like he was looking at the ref. Nope, that was just the angle that the camera was in. When they show a slow motion in a different angle, I was like, oh no, the ropes held him up. That's why I thought he was okay. Nope, he was knocked out cold. It sucks. I kind of like Nontshinga. I mean, I don't really keep up with him, but I like him. But with that being said, will Curiel keep his belt or Nontshinga regain it? And that's the thing. Light flyweight, although for some reason, for a few exceptions, don't have a lot of knockout artists. I mean, you look at his past opponents. I mean, he did fight one knockout artist, that being the Filipino Christian Araneta, who for some reason is ranked number 4 in BoxRec, which of course is above Nontshinga, which is a little odd to say the least, but whatever. Of course, the last knockout artist he fought was back in April 24, 2021. Yeah, maybe that's why. But of course, I do think that Nontshinga lost via knockout for the sole fact that he probably thought Curiel didn't have power. I mean, that's the only way I could just describe it, for the sole fact that Curiel, like I said, before fighting Nontshinga, of course, was 23-4 with 1 draw with only 4 knockouts. That's right, only 4 knockouts. Even with the 5th knockout, his knockout percentage is 20. 20. You know how bad that is? Literally, Sonny Edwards has basically the same knockout ratio. Difference is, he's actually seemed like he had that low knockout ratio. Well, this guy, no. This who knocked him out in the 2nd round. Like, goddamn. And he's only 25. Goddamn. What was going to happen when he reaches his big boy strength? Goddamn. You better murder these light flyweights. Goddamn. But then again, weirdly enough, Nontshinga is also 25. What's up with what's wrong with them? They're putting kids up against each other. Goddamn. Okay, well, Taraji is actually like 32. That makes sense. But of course, who do I got winning? I'm going to say Nontshinga. Nontshinga was outboxing Curiel. I mean, that didn't matter because, the end result was this. But of course, I do think that he kind of did a rookie mistake and said, 4 knockouts, I got this. And then he got knocked out. So, yeah. But then again, who would look, I mean, I get it. You're supposed to, be ready for anything. But come on, someone with 23 wins with 4 knockouts, you wouldn't think that man would punch. That man can punch. Like, goddamn, I don't know. But it is Mexico against a Mexican. Not saying that they're going to rob Nontshinga, but I'm just saying he's going to have to win at least 8 rounds to get the nod. But of course, I do genuinely think Nontshinga will regain his belt. First of all, the fact that he has power enough to keep Curiel off of him. He has enough skill. He was outboxing him, but I think he was a little too aggressive because the whole point was that Nontshinga was not aggressive. He said, okay, I'm going to be aggressive this time. He got knocked out. I think he needs to be a little bit more, passive. Not saying just let the rounds fly by, but maybe, don't go head first. I mean, he didn't even go head first with Curiel. He literally backed up, got hit, got knocked out. So, Curiel is just that weird guy. Maybe he took 3 vitamin gummies instead of 2. But nah, I think I like Nontshinga's chances. I think they're downing him. He has knockout power. Like I said, is he going to stop Curiel? Could be, but considering Curiel has not been stopped in any of his losses, and that's impressive because it's 4. So, that's a lot. But I do got Nontshinga beating Curiel via split decision. You may be wondering why not unanimous. I do think that they might be leaning more towards Curiel winning via decision because as well as Mexico. So, they're going to support their countrymen. But, of course, is there a chance Curiel does it again? Yes, there's a huge chance. You don't just tap someone and knock him out and then not have a chance to do that. He does, but I think Nontshinga will become more defensive, be a little bit more sharper, and beat Curiel. Now, with that being said, I am not comfortable betting on this, though. Then again, I'm not comfortable betting at all. Gambling is bad. Do not gamble. But in my imaginary bets, my imaginary money, I have lost a lot of imaginary money due to the fact that I don't know. I don't know. But if I had imaginary money and someone told me to imaginary bet on someone, I am not betting on Nontshinga. I'm just saying. I like Nontshinga, and I think I like his chances, but I'm not betting on him. I'm like, nah, bro, you got knocked out in the second round against a dude with 4 knockouts. I'm not trusting you to not get knocked out again. I'm just saying. But with that being said, I do got Nontshinga in unanimous decision, split decision in general against Curiel. I'm not going to say that Curiel won via fluke, but I'm just saying Nontshinga lost because he was a dumbass. But anyways, I don't care whoever wins. I don't care. I hope they try to unify with Gonzalez or Taraji, considering how not exposable Taraji was in the last fight, but how close it was. Someone like Curiel, especially if he does it again against Nontshinga, and someone with Nontshinga, especially if he outboxes Curiel, I do give a very good chance against Taraji. But anyways, I hope you enjoy this video. You may be wondering, I don't know. I'm going to watch it. Obviously, Nontshinga. I'm cheering for Nontshinga. I like him. I saw his fight. I like the way he fights. But I don't trust him not getting knocked out again. So, I'm not imaginary betting on him. But anyways, like I said, hope you enjoyed this video. The next ones will actually be a fight. I forgot what's happening. Considering another big fight was happening at that date. And now it's been postponed. Of course, it's O'Shaquie Foster will be defending his WBC Super Featherweight World Champion against Abraham Supernova. And of course, UFC 298 Alexander Volkanovski will be defending his UFC Featherweight World Champion against Ilia Topuria. But anyways, like I said, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.